Hey guys, I had a video ready to go. I had two Centurion 7/1 replays. Right now I only have one. Can't find the other one. It's been a while since I posted, so I figured I'd just put this one up. I might play a live. Actually, I will play a couple games after this and put them in the video. But one of the main reasons I haven't been posting is I changed clans basically. So I was in RBG for a while, and I really loved that clan, great people. I had a lot of fun with them, but I had to like move on for some reasons, and I ended up in Shiro right now, and I'm trying to lead a team to like get somewhere good in comp. That's like my goal. I want top 8 eventually. So this is either going to get me to top 8 or it's going to put me on the path to get to top 8. So it's a step in the right direction. So since I'm like leading it, I've been doing a lot of organization stuff to do with world attacks and people and Discord DMs and stuff like that. So I've been kind of busy doing that, and I haven't had time to record the videos like when I'm in game. I'm doing something to do with the team, and then I want a vacation for a little bit. So just excuses on why. But then I checked my channel today and I saw, 15 subs, which is, it's obviously nothing, but I had 7 before and I haven't posted any videos and it basically more than doubled. So I figured if people clearly are enjoying this, I might as well just keep going. And if I don't feel like playing a game, because like this game is, I might as well do this. I'll go over how I like look at maps, like do a map review sort of thing in Strat Sketch and put that as my second half of the video. And if people enjoy that, I guess I can start doing more of those as separate videos. But if not, I can just continue doing replays. But anyway, enough rambling. I've got a Centurion Ace gameplay here. It was going to be my Centurion video, but I can't find the other replay, and I sold my Centurion because I needed to get a Vickers Light. So opportunity for that is gone, unfortunately. But uh, anyway, hope you enjoy this replay, and I guess I'll go over like, I don't know, Rockfield or something. Maybe not Rockfield, and I'll go over a map. And yeah, so anyway, I'm in Shiro now. Since I'm like in charge of this team now, I I feel comfortable posting like more replays of tournament games and stuff like that and breaking that down. In RVG, I didn't want to leak anything, I guess. Not as if anyone would have been looking for it or it would have been necessarily a bad thing, but I just didn't feel like I didn't want to be responsible for something that other people owned. Now that I'm in charge of this, I can screw with it all I want. I'll post tournament games and stuff like that because that's more what I'm interested in playing this game. I'm not much of a pub player. Anyone that knows me, I play this solely for tournaments. So I'll start posting those games instead, and I won't be posting just wins, obviously. I'll post wins, losses, what we could have done better, what I screwed up on, what other people did. But, you know, that's more the direction that I want this channel to go. But I'll still post pub games if that's what people want. Anyway, now you're allowed to watch the video. Sorry about that. This is a replay that I had in the Centurion 7/1 on this map, Vineyards. And this replay, I'm not going to skip the beginning because it's about how to play to your team, basically. I don't play how I usually do on this map during this replay because of where my team goes. A lot of players that I play with that are in like a light blue to medium dark blue for W and 8, even some like lower unicoms, they will not understand that you can't go to the same position depending on your team. So if I pause it right here, you can see where my team's going. You can see it on the map. I don't even need to pan the camera. They're all going towards the ruins area up in these sectors over here. And when I usually go on this map, I go over towards this dip to the right side of the house between the buildings. What that allows me to do is get early spots on the town crossing and the crossing up to where their A cap is in supremacy. And that'll give me like usually around 600 early spotting assist, which is good. But I see that my team is not going to be able to support me from there. If I go there and the enemy team goes town at all, like if one of their tier 10s goes town, I'm just screwed because they push into me and I have no support in that tip there. So
instead of turning right like I usually would, I turn left and I go to cap circle because it's a bit of a more supported position, and I can back it down towards where the bridge is, and they can't push into me there. So here you can see I don't pen the hash, but there's tanks going down, so it's very good that I didn't go to where I did. You can see that I am pushed up awfully far, even though I'm in a supported position. I have to be careful because there's a lot of space to cover for my team if they all decide to push me at once, which is unlikely, which is why I'm still here. So my RNG at the beginning of this game is unfortunate. There's a couple misses, but then I start to hit some shots. Like this miss here is unbelievably stupid. And I take the hit back and return there. And then I'm going to start using this rock, because if I can keep these guys spotted, I'm going to get a ton of assist. And you can see that Jagdpanzer spotting. I rushed up to the hill there because I wanted to make sure that I kept the Jagdpanzer spotted while he crossed. And as you can see, it was good that I did because he lost all of his HP for it. And then my good RNG starts to kick in. Like, that shot should not have gone in, the other shot should have. But whatever, it's an even trade. And then this shot here is pretty good as well. That could have been hash, but in the game I didn't want to risk it. And I'm going to keep spotting their crossing, because I know they have tanks on the left side here. And I'm trying to I have to kill this Jaeger here, but if I either spot the crossing or move to the left side, I can keep their tank spotted. So since they're not crossing, I move in. And there's the Emil. I use APCR for that instead of hash, because sometimes the turret can be a little bit weird to shoot at with hash. And there's a KPF, and he doesn't look at me, so I take time to aim this, get the retrack and 500 damage. And then I'm just going to try to farm this guy out while this Vickers also does the same. I switch to regular HE here and then switch back to hash because it was just too close. And I can see this Badger's coming up on me, but I don't want to immediately focus the Badger because the Progetto is a little bit more deadly. Like, I can avoid the Badger, I can't avoid the Progetto. And the Progetto's shooting me, so while the Progetto's looking at me, I don't want to re-peek him because he will out-DPM me. So I'm just going to deal with this guy since whatever he's there, I'll shoot at him. And I can pen him with regular HE from the rear without any issues. So I'll do that because credits. And now the Progetto's in the middle of three of us. There's nothing he can do, so I'm just going to shoot hash into him. And after that, there's only a Foch left, so the game's over at this point. And that was just an example of me not going to a spot that I normally would. Even though the whole team is going to a position that I didn't want them to, I didn't like yell at them for it because I didn't like it. I just dealt with it and then played differently. And that's how you have to play your games. That's reading your lineup, reading your team lineup and stuff. That was an ace game. A little bit low damage for an ace, but it's because of the spotting assist that I got. If you see, I got 1400. Half of that's 700, 730 damage added to that. So that's why it averages around 5k. What is that, 1403 assist or something? 1406. I mean XP, so a little bit low on XP as well, but it still got the job done for the master. I'm not complaining.
This is an IS-7 game on Castilla. I played this last night. I just didn't feel like playing right now, so I just picked a replay. I remember that I played this game. I don't know if I've shown this strategy on the channel before or not, but it's different. I think I actually have. I showed it in the IS4, but might as well show it again just because not everyone, that was my first video, not everyone's seen that video, I'm sure, and not a lot of people actually do this, so there's no hurt on shining a light on it. So IS-7, 130 millimeter gun, okay armor. Against heavy tanks, it's got bad armor. Against medium tanks, it's got great armor. The gun's inaccurate. It gets ammo racked all the time, but it's fast. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just drive down the middle, because once I get to this building here, I'm pretty much in cover unless their medium tanks are super aggressive on the right side, but hopefully the tank destroyers can deal with them if they are. So I'm just going to ignore this guy and keep driving. And I'm doing this at this point because I see that they have 3 tank destroyers, and I'm hoping that both of their 183s are like right here. So when I come around the corner, I spot both of them, and then everybody else can shoot them, like light them up and stuff, and I get a ton of damage assist. But they're not, so I just get through here so that I'm safe because this spot right here, nothing can shoot me except from right there. I reverse side scrape off of it, and I can swing around and shoot him. Doesn't pen because IS-7. And then I can just reorient my armor so that I'm facing in a direction that I prefer. The reason that I wanted to face this way is because the alleyway to my left, I want to be able to point my frontal armor towards it. As you can see, the T-57's pulling up, so I'm going to try to bait the shot out of him. He pens, but I pen him back, so it's an even trade. Well, actually, no, he loses that trade. The T-57's trying to flank me, so here I'm thinking I'm going to get tracked, but I don't. I actually escape there. And at this point, we've already won the game because I've distracted their T-57 and their IS-7, and they've lost 2 tanks. So that little push won us the game, along with our other 2 kills that we got. There you can see the ammo rack gets damaged on the IS-7. And I'm just going to farm because, like I said, the game's already won. There's nothing strategically that I need to do other than not die that will help this game. Get a quick max roll on him there. He's probably going to pen me here. I think I peek and he pens me. Yeah, he looks away. I peek, only get his track. That's unfortunate. That should have gone through in my opinion, but, you know, wargaming. The T-57's looking at me. A little bit of a mistake there. Load the APCR to try to go through that. Hits the red part. Now I'm going to try to get under the gun of the T-57 because I've already taken a lot of damage. Like those 2 hits there, you might think like, oh, it's only 2 heavy tank rounds. 2 heavy tank rounds is a lot of damage. I don't want to be taking that kind of damage. So I'm just trying to get under the gun. And across to behind the E50. Somehow that misses. IS-7. What can I say? And I see the 268. So I'm like kind of worried because I can see what direction he's moving on the map. This guy lets me fully reload. And then he shoots me, the 268. But you saw what I did there. I turned the tank so that the engine was facing him because a big gun like that will ammo rack you. I don't want... It's like playing War Thunder because I'm trying to get him to shoot my like less critical modules. Somehow that pens as heat. I'm pretty sure they hit the spaced armor and it's heat. That should not have penned in my opinion. Yet again, something that I disagree with in this game. Very common. Anyway, I put the engine towards him so it doesn't ammo rack me. Pretty self-explanatory. Now we're just trying to clean them up. But I'm going to go into strat sketch after this to try to explain my thought process on paper a little bit, like I said I would in the intro, a lengthy intro. Here I'm trying not to get HE'd. I was thinking about it because like it doesn't matter if I die and it would be cool to get another shot of damage, but I just don't feel like dying, so try to use this reverse slope here. Goes right over the top. And then I'm gonna turn around for this 183. I mean, I might as well like skip a little bit here because, you know, this is boring. I think I only get 1 more shot in. He goes around the corner and then he backs up. I get a shot in and then he jumps down and dies. I think that's what happens. Yeah. So I only did 3.3k, only blocked 860, got penned for 2400. So, you know, not great heavy tank gameplay, but the map like positioning was kind of interesting. I never get like incredible results when I do that. I get results that are wins though. So that's, if you're looking for your win rate, playing like that is more for your win rate. If you want WN8 or average damage, that's not really what you should be doing. But I'll go head over to Strat Sketch and explain it. Okay, so I just recorded like an analysis of that game on Strat Sketch, the IS-7 game, and it turned out to be 7 minutes long, which is a lot longer than I wanted it to be, so I'm just going to do this as quickly as possible and only describe the beginning of the game, because that's the only part where the positioning actually mattered, because after that, anyway, I'll just explain it, you'll see. So what happens is, I rush here in the IS-7, this T-57 heavy goes this way to try to pincer me, That puts him at the end of that marker. To escape this crossfire, because the IS-7 can shoot me this way and the 57 was about to be able to shoot me this way, I go this way and down here. This is a viable position, not only because it removes me from the crossfire, but because there's two friendly heavy tanks and a tank destroyer up here. So if the IS-7 wants to shoot me, he's going to take a lot of damage. 57 wants to shoot me, he's going to take a lot of damage as well. It's a supported position out of a crossfire. It was just the best move I could have made, because if I went this way, it would have taken me out of the crossfire, but the 57 could have just YOLO'd me, and who knows who would have won. Probably me, because I'm in an IS-7, but you never know. Also, their 50M could have YOLO'd me, put me in a crossfire. We find out later that their 268 is up here, he would have farmed me. So always try to go to a supported position. Now, this looks better than this, like clearly, just because this is deeper into the enemy's territory. But keep in mind, it might not always look better. You got to actually look at where your teammates are. Like, if my teammates were up here, for example, or more on this side of the map, I probably would have gone this way. And I'm going to stop talking about this because I could go on for a long time, and it's just pointless for me to re-explain things and explain things over and over again. The whole gist of it, for a recap, I pushed down, their 57 got distracted, their IS-7 got distracted, they're both focusing on one tank, so they have two tanks out of the fight. 3 of our tanks come in, simple math, we win this flank. Our mediums already won that flank, that's GG's. That's the end of that analysis. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Tonight we're probably gonna do a quick tournament if there is one, so I'll save some games from there and do a video on those probably tomorrow or at some point within the next week and a half at least, but I'll try to get back into the routine of uploading these videos. So anyway, tell me if you like the map analysis type thing. There's definitely much better examples that I can do. I just didn't feel like either playing a game or searching for a good one right now. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'm going to look for some tournament games. And if you're wondering why I'm recording in iMovie right now, it's because I'm on my Mac. Usually when you see like a good recording, it's because I'm on my PC, but I don't want to have Blitz open while I'm doing this because it ruins my FPS in the recording, so that's why I'm doing it this way. I think it's just better. Alright, thank you for watching.